Yeah, I get
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get you. So for me, like, I think the most important thing about people from City Varsity is like how creative they are within their own right. You didn't need like somebody to teach you and be like, da 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 da. It's a passion that you had, and you literally just went there in order for you to meet people who also think like you, but also have a teacher that can just guide you. That's why I appreciate the actors so much, because we also used to like integrate between each level. So maybe, for example, abantu be-sound basebenza nalaba be-video, nalaba be-animation, nalaba be-acting, you understand what I'm saying? All in order to make one project. Are you getting what I'm saying?
So I was because that was gonna lead me to my next question.
Yeah.
How are you then sitting here being a face when you did something? I'm like, do you guys get on? But no, really, because now I'm like, do you guys get an opportunity to like tap into, because public speak? This is a form of public speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so my thing is,
like
I could be an amazing sound engineer or director, not necessarily a performing artist or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
In twain pamwe camera type person.
I get you.
And so then I'm just like,
how did I get to be here?
And we're seated here in front of a camera.
You're really making me laugh too much. If my girlfriend is watching, please don't take this as flirting, eh?
No,
please,
no. This is
I'm just,
this is how you want to take it.
No, but like for me, I've always been a people's person, you know what I mean? Like, ngithanda abantu, and the inspiration behind the show was just how my friends used to make me laugh, man. I'm such an overthinker. Like, dude, I overthink so much. It's crazy. But my friends always used to make me laugh just by telling me crazy, stupid stories. Like, in fact, you could take my mind off of a suicidal thought or a heartbreak or anything that was affecting me at the time only because of who you are and what you bring to the table. That's why I value my friends so much. You get what I mean? I only have a few of them now, but ngiyababonga for konke lokho abangenzele kona, because it was very fundamental for me being who I am now,
Oh my goodness, and you're so politically correct. I mean, for all my friends who've cut me off. Nonke, hashtag. That other thing that you funny said that other time.
No,
hashtag
you can swear. No, you can swear.
Because you have no reason to cut me off, because
you were great.
Was that girl in your life. And I've been cut off a lot.
No, for real?
So you said some of which some abanye you don't have.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you get cut off? Did you guys cut off? Or did you just get cut off?
I'm usually the person with the scissors in hand.
Oh,
and I cut somebody off. No way you're doing that, bro. There's no way you're doing that, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way that you're doing that, bro.
We need scissors. You see now?
Yeah, we need scissors. No, like we need scissors for real. No. You're wrong for that.
I just got here and I'm cutting you off. I'm joking.
No, you're very wrong for that.
Welcome. We've been waiting.
Wrong. Angithandi lento le.
YOLO. You only live on. Please.
No, there is no mic. Akusena mic for him. No, wrong. Wrong, yes.
I can't do that to Miyagi, man.
Wrong.
Miyagi's fine because he's
wrong for Lentenza. How many times have I called you, bro?
Yo, bro, I don't
gorgeous.
This, dog.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog. And we're shooting.
You don't have guests? No, I knew there was something. Didn't I tell you?
Can you see him? He's trying to take his seat.
Didn't I tell? Look at me out here. Didn't I was out here in these streets like, no.
And Nkazimulo's like, yo, nigga, I ain't moving, bro.
If I move, you guys must tell me where to sit. On top of the mic.
What?
Now I must sit and watch.
Now you in the middle. Now you arrive late. You arrive late, bro.
I can't even throw like a little silent fart with that mic.
With your late ass.
Yeah. I mean, I'm late, but we gotta laugh about it, right?
Nah, bro, ain't no laughing about it, bro.
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Guys, I don't know who this person is.
Don't worry, we'll get to that.
So, bottom line is, you snooze, you lose. I was just passing by,
talk about this.
and then I heard Miyagi wasn't here, and I was like, hey, I've got time. And then I just placed myself here.
I love how you're already trying to take the job and you're just like, as in,
I was like, you snoop, hey, there are no jobs in this industry.
There's no jobs, so you have to be out there. You're a hardworking girl. I like that. You're a hardworking girl.
You go to the bathroom, Miyagi, I'm taking your job. I'm joking. But honestly, it happens in this industry.
Yeah, guys.
So tell us why you were late.
Please explain
Firstly, I want to apologize to everyone that's watching, guys. I mean, this means a lot to me. This means everything, guys. It's just that we're in a situation, bruh, where, you know, galley, guys. I try to be as precise as possible as I can be, like, you know, with being on time. But life happened. You know I hate being late, dog.
Cap.
You know I hate being late, dog.
Cap.
You know I hate being late. But it happened, guys. I wish I could get into the details, but I feel like I'll be fucking up whatever you guys have been.
You already fucked it up by barging in through the door. This nigga barged in through the door. Jean-Claude Van Damme style. He just opened the door like, I'm here.
That nigga.
I'm here.
I am him.
It's giving stop everything. The conversation is only starting now.
It's giving like, yo, stop and yunkinto sengifikile nje mdaka manje.
But this does feel unbalanced, guys. Yo, KK, what's the mic, dog?
Kanjani.
We need the girl in the middle, bro.
Miguel, can you prove it? Have you checked?
No.
Have you checked?
We live in that world, bro.
Have you checked?
I'll
check all your pronouns my way.
We can't clarify.
Have you checked who we are?
We can't clarify.
I apologize to you and everyone.
But also funny that we live in a world like that now, where pronouns we actually talked about earlier on.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you look at someone, you're like, she.
Yeah, actually.
And then you end up using someone's name.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is it's forcing us to have to know each other's names. Because then if I know your name, Miyagi, I don't have to say he. I'll just keep saying Miyagi said.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Whereas before I could get away with using the pronoun and I don't necessarily have to know your name, then I can say stuff like, can I just call you Kay? Which I totally
I'm that guy too. No, like I'm
my
that
name
guy
is
too.
Nkazimulo.
I give you nicknames, eh?
And then someone's like, can I just call you Z? I'm like, at what point when I said Nkazimulo, Z was the only thing you heard?
I'd call you Nkazi.
I feel like it's loud.
But for me, also you find out
what do you mean?
I prefer a nickname.
Yeah.
You know how so here's my chat, right? Mm-hmm. Growing up, I had my mother and my father were those typical Zulu parents.
Really?
That only spoke English in the office. So they did not believe, and I sound like this because generally that was my mother's English.
Yeah.
And so now growing up, you know how I'm gonna reveal my age. But I'm part of that era in primary school where they started infusing us into multiracial schools, which would then later become Model C schools.
Yeah. Trevor Noah,
so primary.
Trevor Noah, no. That's the same explanation as Trevor Noah.
I was a successor of the system.
Okay.
So I didn't start it.
Okay.
But it was failing you.
Okay.
So now what would happen, unfortunately, is we would get into these classrooms and then, Jeffro Gatenberg would prefer to say, if I come and I'm like, hi, my name is Nkazimulo Mkhwanazi, and then they are like, oh, we'll just call you Cassie.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. And then you go home and my mom is just that girl coming to the school on some, hello, I'm looking for Jeffro Gatenberg. Hi, Sissy, how are you? My child is coming home saying that her name
is Cassie.
Now I have no reference for Cassie. So her name is Nkazimulo, which means like a ray of sunshine. Like
I love your mom already,
beaming
bro.
light,
I love
glory.
your mom already.
So then now you grow up with that very much. Like my parents are so like big on Nkazimulo. And you're like, dog, Cassie's fine though.
Yeah.
Cause like I can't have them spelled like. Yeah. So by the time you get to grade 12 and you finally F off and go into the real world, you have so much cognizant of my name and what it means. And my mom's like, that's your identity, and I need it to be said correctly. And nobody's going to struggle pronouncing it. If I have to teach you for a year to say it right, you will say it right. And so now I've become very cognizant of the fact that when I meet people, I'm like, I'm only saying Miyagi because it's Homongena. And maybe you prefer that, and that's okay. You refer to yourself as Miyagi. You know what I mean? I have to find out from Sabelo, should I say Sabelo or Sabza? Yeah. Although Sabzas. But you know what I mean?
Sabza's like, it's like Kamala Mikasi mostly, bro. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I'm not taking away from people who will then automatically say Nkaz. Yeah. If it bothers me that much and it makes me that uncomfortable, then it is also well within my right to say Sabelo I look to Nkazimulo. Yeah. Because then there's a story behind why I prefer keeping the full thing. Whereas saying Nkaz is also not wrong. It's not you taking away from my identity. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So I've just become very aware of stuff like that where I'm like, oh, what if Ngizothi Sabza?
Yeah.
Gantu
And he
Sabza
doesn't
has a
prefer.
hardcore enforcement
Yeah.
of his name to the point where.
And funny enough
You
that
know
you
what I
say
mean?
that, like a lot of people that you meet in life always just give you random nicknames. I've got so many nicknames. Vet Boy, Sabza,
I wonder where Vet Boy comes
SK,
from.
Sub-Zero.
I can't see a
Yo,
thing.
like, dog,
have
I've got
no
so
idea
many,
why they
bro.
would call you
Like, I've
Vet
got so
Boy.
many. How many do you have, bro?
A lot, bro.
Like how many? Like,
the-
umuntu makakubona
I
nje,
can't
don't they
even-
always like come up with something random?
Can I hear a few of them, please?
I'd like
Mine,
that as
Yeah.
well.
At least two.
I think one is gonna catch on for me. I'm gonna call him that forever. Fuck Miyagi now. I'm leaving Miyagi outside.
Cloudy, dog.
There must be another one.
Let's
Eskasi.
hear it.
Escasi.
Yeah.
They used to call me Oma Banana.
What the fuck?
Okay, reason for that. Reason for that is because I
Why?
used
Buy some banana.
No. I got it from Epoleni, dog. Imagine.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
got that from
the
Epoleni.
connotation must be positive.
I was good with
Oh,
crossing bonds.
yashelela.
Stuff like that.
Awubambeki.
They used to call me
Yes,
Banana, so it was like,
Banana.
Okay, give us one you don't like. That one's good. Give us.
I'm
Everybody has
not
that.
gonna. I'm not gonna.
No, give
Oh,
us one you
sorry,
don't like.
guys,
No, man, don't be a
nah.
pussy, bro. Don't be a
Come
This
pussy,
on,
nigga
bro.
do
just
it.
said don't
Be a pussy, bro.
right
Don't
now.
be a pussy, bro.
Shit.
Give us one you don't like, for real.
Oh wait, look,
Okay,
no
I
pun
have one.
intended
I
because
have
we are
one.
shared it. Okay, sorry.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I'm so
I like
sorry.
that.
My mind.
I like
But one I don't like is Opaloni, guys. My aunt used to call me Paloni. Dog.
As in Paloni.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
let's
used to
hear
call
it.
me
Let's just sing
Paloni. Dog, I don't know.
Mefiki paloni endlini phezu kwayo.
I know which my aunt used to call me Paloni. I don't know why, dog. Even
Ilezi
today, I
sigi
never asked.
paloni.
I was
I'm
like,
telling you.
ah,
I'm
okay.
You never asked.
I never asked. It's like,
I'm giving you a
it's
chance.
okay.
Please ask. Otherwise, tell us who your aunt's name is.
Baba.
Sizomthola.
Mama cela umthenge cross angi-25 number 1 paloni.
But when's that Paloni?
I don't know,
Do you
bro.
have a memory with Paloni?
I should do some weird shit to
I
the
don't-
paloni, bro.
Dog, the thing is, Uklani Pawam, that's all I know.
feel you.
There was this one person,
Yeah.
family that used to call me Paloni, dog.
I feel you.
And I was like,
The reason why
maybe
I'm
it's
asking...
because I was chubby, dog.
No, the reason why I'm asking if you
did
did something to the paloni.
I was chubby. I know I look skinny and stuff.
Nah, bro, you don't even look
Semi-skinny.
like you were chubby. You don't
I
even
was
look like you were
chubby,
chubby.
dog.
For
No,
real.
you need to go. You must go back to Rakhadi and ask her, "Good, si umphakathi still."
Yeah. Comment down below if you want to know why Simbiza
And I
balloon.
think, you know how they don't just come up with names.
That's why I'm saying,
Okay,
like in
man.
American Pie, there's that guy who has sex with the pie. So did you have sex with Poloni?
Nah, I doubt, bro.
No, you never know. But we mature. We mature
I was
differently.
probably-
We mature differently,
I was
bro.
probably in love with it, bro.
Really?
Maybe that's why.
Probably,
Yeah,
probably
I was
way
like
before
every
you
day,
can remember.
Like, yeah.
Oh, Kulina.
Ikulega krimdela.
Anyways,
Krimdela.
crazy how
Vienna
you
kid.
said your name is Nkazimulo
Nkazimulo.
Mkwanazi, right?
Yeah.
I know a girl called me Nkazimulo Mkwanazi, dog. It's like, what?
Oh.
Are you
Really?
her or what? Because I swear.
Could be
dog.
her. Could be her.
Nice.
Is she light
Let's
skinned?
talk. There's not a lot of us
Is she
with big
gorgeous?
foreheads and big eyes. So let's go down. Where's she from? Could be me. Could be me.
Maybe you guys met at a different time. Yeah, it could be.
Nah.
Haven't you had those encounters with
Um,
anybody in life where you just meet a random person and then after that you never like see them again for like a long period of time?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
all
happens,
the girls
bro.
I've seen.
You know what I mean?
That shit
grew.
happened Izolo, dog. I was at ShopRite Izolo.
Yeah.
This nigga's like on the other side of Itil. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
on the other side, dog. This
Yeah.
nigga's like, dog, usasemnandu kren, usasekasi. I'm like, dog, I don't know who you
And
are,
niggas-
bro.
and
And I'm
niggas
sure,
do that a lot.
but I'm sure you were like, yeah, sure, when
Yeah,
Obviously,
definitely.
dog,
You
'cause I
have
don't
to.
wanna fuck
You
up
have
his
to.
vibe, dog.
You
It's
have
like,
to. You
Yo,
have to.
dog, you know me.
Yeah.
I know you back, bro. You know?
Yeah, bro. I
Yeah,
do that
dog,
all the
that's what it
time,
is,
bro. And
dog.
I'm like,
It's like-
who was that motherfucker? I
Exactly,
always have
dog.
that thing when I
But
speak
also,
to
guys,
myself
we had
after.
COVID.
What does COVID have to do with it?
Do you even count 2 years of like we had 2020
Yeah.
allegedly?
Yeah.
Then we allegedly had 2021.
Yeah.
In-
We believe.
During-
4:30. Gaga, gaga,
We're
gaga,
dying.
gaga.
During
Wow.
that time, guys,
Ah.
everybody was wearing a mask.
Yes.
and
yes,
also,
yes.
so we were so depressed.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Not all
and
of us, though.
So, but apparently,
A lot of
research shows, and I could be wrong. Please
Yeah.
correct me. But there has been research that post-COVID,
Yeah.
we became during that era,
Yeah.
like up until I don't know recently up until when, but we became so depressed since the era of the Great Depression. Because you know the era of the Great Depression, which was I don't know which era time.
1850 what?
Yeah,
it
Kona
wasn't,
lapho.
wasn't,
It was
wasn't
'cause-
that 2008, 2009?
Nah, it can't
no,
be
that
that
wasn't the
close.
Great Depression.
What
But
was
a lot
that?
of critics argued that during that era, no, there was an economic
But there was a
malfunction.
world recess at that time.
Oh,
So
no, a recession.
during that recession and
Yeah,
that malfunction, it caused a lot. So that era was also then by some critics, economists also. And I could be wrong, guys. This is not research gate. So, but some critics then said that during that time, then they could compare the amount of pressure and mental health issues or related
that
issues
occurred during that time.
that occurred then were compared to the Great Depression. But that was just in comparison. But really, like Boma COVID times, moving forward or during those 2 years that allegedly took place, people were really, like, in numbers, people were really, really, really.
So when
depressed.
you talk about the Great Depression, is it the one from
India?
I didn't even know COVID did that to us, bro.
18 something.
That
I read
old
about
one.
it on Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, that old one. So there's an era that was called the Great, just like we have an era in the country that's called apartheid regime.
Yeah.
We also had an era that was called the Great Depression. There was a lot happening during that time.
Yeah.
I don't want to quote and quote incorrectly as well.
Yeah.
But nje so kukunaleyo nto leyo since COVID.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I didn't think COVID had such a big effect on us the way you're stating it right now and saying that there's also like proven research behind it. I thought COVID was just everybody saying, fuck yeah, nigga, I left work early today. I ain't gotta work and see none of these motherfuckers. I thought that's how COVID was,
said
bro.
The same thing, though.
Yeah, I really thought like everybody was
Payroll said the same thing. Payroll also said we don't have to pay. And then payroll started realizing, because of all this now, technology-related ways of being able to work, they started realizing perhaps we don't need XYZ. Imagine if I was a notes keeper, if there's but I'm just creating, like, so I hope there isn't an occupation like just to keep notes. I know in the legal system, stenographer. I get why we have, but I just mean in general. Imagine if every industry had a stenographer, and I would just come here and sit and you guys host and I just take notes. And then jiggy heavy.
Dope, actually.
2020 happens, and then suddenly you guys are using MS Teams to do this. And you know MS Teams, for example, gives them a transcripts of the actual conversation, quote unquote. What's happening with my job? It's gone. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My
oh shit, you had me confused for a minute. You gave me a look like I was like, no.
You don't need me.
Like yo,
there was a beep, she looked, I was like, whoa.
But the nice thing is, before COVID, these things existed, right?
Yeah.
Nobody we were so nonchalant about it. We were like, we know MS Teams.
I think we were nonchalant about so many things during COVID.
And then we didn't
mental
have a choice.
health.
Now then I would have gotten fired.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
What I'm trying to say.
It's crazy because the people that actually found out they've been raising kids that aren't theirs, bro. All along.
During COVID.
During COVID.
Because you spend the time with that person and you realize, man, this nigga funny next door.
Nah, bro.
I swear, dog.
For real? Can we check the conversion rate of how many people found out who wasn't their child during COVID? I'd love for us to check. Is there somebody who keeps stats of that, though?
I don't know, but
there has to be. You know how research.
There's stats for everything, There's like a stat for how many people eat apples compared to oranges. There's a stat for how many people use condoms compared to people who don't use condoms. There's weird stats. So like, I'm wondering if there's a stat for that.
I'm sure you can find the stats.
Yeah.
Hopefully, who's doing the research?
Nah, none of these niggas is doing research. These niggas is on here like, man, we ain't getting paid for research, nigga. Hey, man, you need to bump the cheese up before I research shit. I can't just be out here finding out.
Let's just make that homework for people that are watching.
Yeah, please do, guys. Please do, guys.
Because that's what we have to do as well.
So you think fathers actually sat and we're like 3 days in? Yo, remember that 21 days?
Yeah.
3 days in, I was like,
this is not my child.
Nah,
now that I'm chilling with this nigga for 3 days, this ain't my kid, bro. This nigga don't act like me, bro.
You can check the fact
the realization behind it is crazy.
Some people must span Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, right? They barely have the time to be with their family.
Or to even connect with the people that you consider family.
Because you could be home.
But you're not really home.
Very disconnected.
Khona labo baba labo before ngifika endlini, I stay garage kancane, ngicabanga ilife yami ngiteshile ngane lezi zongibangela umsindo nje. And then after that you go, nah, bro, like fathers do that, bro.
Fathers in general do that.
Yeah,
fathers, let me tell you something. Growing up, my dad, we were told, we had a rule. He comes home, We hear the garage.
Yeah.
And we must go. We must take the bread, hug him, take the laptop back.
I feel like you grew up in such a wholesome family, bro.
I really did.
Yeah.
Shout out to my parents.
Thanks, Dad, for never being in my life. You were great. You were really great, Dad. I really appreciate you, Dad.
My reflex was to laugh first.
No, that's so beautiful, though. You know, I wish like I had wholesome moments like that. Because where his dad would also arrive, and that would be the case.
Yeah.
So I'm like so shocked in finding out that it's not just his family that would do that, but so many other black families that would also do that.
Yeah.
And it's very important for us as black people.
Exactly,
actually.
because then he'll sit in the car and like check out for a minute before he has to come out. So you guys welcome him, and then when he comes inside, the rule was give him at least an hour, give him a chance to eat, give him a chance to. So stop with the what happened at school. Give him a chance to eat, give him a chance to settle in, give him a chance to get into his gown and his slippers, and then he will begin to invite us one by one.
Okay, sure.
That's
really like
he had my father
Nkazimulo, you're next.
My father was a soft.
You're next.
That guy is soft. My father was soft. So then he would invite us, obviously verbally, to then begin to narrate, the entire day for him. And at times, if it really was bad, we got it, then it would just be very short, and then he'd tell us about his day, and at times it would be, I had a very long day.
Wow.
And then it'll just to sit around.
Nah, man, it's cool. I understand what you're saying. No, man, that's all.
It's not your mother.
That's all. There's black people here. English is not our mother tongue.
So then we would then sometimes we wouldn't even have to narrate, but then you'd keep like a whole story. You'd keep like a whole storyboard of your entire week for when he did have time.
Wow.
So then what we got from that was, it's a lot. He has to do this, that, and then when he comes back, he just needs a moment to zen. And then mom had this big thing, and still does, Guti. We will be his zen place.
Yeah.
All of us.
But if we also give him time to mellow out.
And also, likewise, I was also given time growing up to be like, can I get a nap? And then she'd be like, yeah, nap masoqeda ukushanyela. But it was I'm so grateful for how I was raised in the home was raised, because then there was a lot of that awareness. I stopped great my English because that's what I do a lot. So should you have a little bit of a glitch there, I'll stop you and say,
I don't mind you stopping me actually and calling me out. I appreciate that. And on that lovely note, welcome to Just Laugh About It.
Imagine we just started, so I'm not late.
My God.
Basically, I'm
welcome
not late,
to Sinegani.
No, guys. It feels like we've had like the show for an hour now. Hey,
has it not been an hour?
Nah, bro. I feel like we've got the dream team already.
22 minutes.
Oh my God.
22. Oh, that was just 5 minutes.
That was 5 minutes, eh? Guys, no ways are we having such a lovely...
I had to make sure that I talk a lot so that Miyagi doesn't take his mic. This is strategic.
Can I take my mic though? Either way,
As you can tell, guys, already there's a war here with my co-host, you know what I mean? But we love this war because it's a war of love and friendship, and one that brings guidance not only to our viewers, but also to us. We're sharing opinions, we're sharing views, and hopefully you guys take away something from this, because we're here to educate.
For sure.
But welcome to Just Laugh About It, a proudly South African show that aims to inspire you not only by motivating you through your daily life struggles, but inspiring you to laugh through the pain. If it only takes an apple to keep the doctor away, then a smile can also keep the bullshit away. Without any further ado, let me introduce my co-host, the man who kicked the door open just to be here, the man who rushed over here. Ukijimile lo muntu lona, ukijimile lo muntu lona. Ufika no mamas. By the way, mamas wako, I'll keep him malobola.
That's why I'm going to smile.
Stella support ni podcast so mupi mali keep him malobola, guys. We are blessed. We are blessed today. And I thought the podcast would never get some females in here.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that.
Finally, we got some pussy up in here. We got some pussy up in here.
You're the one that grew up having a nickname called Banana.
What does that have to do with us having pussy up here? She's trying to bring us down, guys.
Slippery slope much.
Sizomkosha.
So
Oh, but no, my lady, they are referring to us as cats.
No, man.
Yo,
That's the problem. Don't take it like that.
Oh,
Okay. But
yeah.
like I said, I'm here with my co-host, my lovely friend, Mr. Miyagi. And we got some fresh blood up in this house.
Yes.
We've got Nkazimulo.
The mic snatcher.
The mic snatcher, I love that.
Nkazimulo mic snatcher
Nkazimulo, the mic snatcher,
sounds fresh.
No, let me do that
Dangala,
again.
mic snatcher.
We've got Nkazimulo, the mic snatcher, Mkwanas in the building. If you're not jumping up and down in your room, you don't deserve all this energy we're giving you.
True that.
Wrong. Nyakubona, we hate.
Angizokunika mic yakho.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what they do with our jerseys, eh? This is what they do with our jerseys. They
Oh, the
repossess.
hoodies that don't really belong to you.
No, they belong to us.
Where do they belong?
I've never
belong
met a
to?
guy with a hoodie.
No fucking
Those
way,
hoodies are,
bro.
you guys are just keeping
Get
them
out of
for
here,
us.
bro.
Oh, listen to that.
You
listen
guys
to
are
that.
just keeping. You guys are renting them until a great
Is
hand
this the
comes and says,
mentality
"I'm
all
cool."
females have behind taking our jerseys?
Is it taking though?
And caps.
It
bro.
is though.
Caps,
It is
bro.
though. Guys, please help me. Can I
What
get
do you
a
think
gent's
it is?
opinion?
It is
Please.
taking. Taking
Thank you.
it.
Thank you,
That
Mama
is
Sao.
taking.
Mama Sao. Nkulunkulu akubusise, Mama
What a
Sao.
violent word.
Nyakubonga.
Take.
Nyakubonga.
I
Nkulunkulu
need to
akubusise.
borrow.
You possess.
Yeah,
You repossess that shit, bro. They ex-repo that shit, bro.
I have repoed it.
Yeah, can we please call ex-repo to get all our jerseys as men?
Bruh.
As men, can we please call
Caps and
ex?
hats, bro.
Ex and
Bro,
fit.
caps and hats. Me, I've
Sacela,
lost.
I'm fit. Yo, dog, how many
I've-
caps and jerseys
my
and
nigga.
oh my
Caps
god,
as well.
they take
Yo.
everything. You
No,
guys
but-
take everything.
But you guys need to stop then buying nice caps and
we
and
buy them so we look good
and
for you
hoodies.
guys. So
And
like
then
we trying to bait y'all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You trying to fish that fish, bro. You're like, yeah, wait, no,
But
what's
we are
that? I'm
actually
smart.
supporting.
Oh shit, I love those lines. I love those
You
lines.
see, like
that.
this cap.
Yeah.
This cap is dope.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of don't like it, hey. I just wore it because it matches with my side bag. But I kind of don't like it. When my girl got it, because we come from the 947 Joburg day.
Yeah.
And then she bought it and I was like, I'm not really sure about the color. I would have preferred a color like this or navy compared to this color. You get what I
I
mean?
like her
Yeah.
thinking. She
Why?
bought a
Yeah,
cap
but
that
this is
she
fresh.
likes because remember where they all land up. It's only a matter of time.
I
before
also
it-
thought about that when she was buying it. Ngiyamtshela, awuthenga ikepisi eliranti lapha. Hey, awuthenga ikepisi
I am yet to
eliranti.
meet a dude who
Bro.
owns a cap, a bucket hat, and a hoodie. Okay.
Yeah.
And if your hand
Yeah.
buys you one,
Yeah.
she's got herself. You're like, yo, ngifuna my colors are unisex.
Yeah.
Baba, say, why is this? I like this one. Come home with a pink cap because I know he's just keeping it for me.
I also got a pink one too.
I had a lot of pink
But I
caps,
like it.
bro. I had
For
a
real.
lot of
Yeah,
pink
bro.
caps. Like
Really?
I had a lot of D-square. I don't know if you know the D-square caps, the ones that are cut like
The ones that are half the
I
thingy.
had like
Really?
I had like dozens and dozens, all kinds of colors, dog. I don't even
Really?
have one now. I had like
Were you a big fan
What
of P-Square?
happened?
what happened?
Oh,
Women
sorry.
happened. What do you mean? What happened, bruh?
I'll just making it seem like I don't know.
Bruh,
Hey,
like,
yeah, and I'm
like-
sure you know. How many people have you taken jackets and caps?
How
from?
many caps? The jacket I'm wearing now is.
jacket
don't
you're-
know.
we don't know.
It's a mystery.
You're like,
It is now, but where
not too
does
sure
it come
about
from?
this one, eh?
Such a
You know,
snatcher
where
you
does
are,
it
yeah.
come from? I snatch it.
Such a snatcher you
Okay,
are.
shots fired. Shots fired.
I swear we're gonna start having a machine there. We need one now, eh? Nkazimula's coming with the
Okay,
punchlines. Now you're
okay.
coming with the
No, I
punchlines.
see me.
Yeah,
You
my
know,
friends.
maybe I snatched the mic and the jacket. You'll never know.
You'll never know, actually. Hey,
Yeah,
comment down
yeah.
below if you wanna know. Comment down below if you
Yeah,
wanna
that
know.
would be fresh.
Nkazimulo
That would be
fana
fresh.
keep on my file, eh? How many gents do you think actually miss their positions after you take them? Like, how many gents do you think are saying, like, yo, dog, that actually was sentimental to me and you took that from me and now I'll never replace that? Because some of them are one-of-a-kind things. You're getting what I'm trying to say to you. I see into or wherever, you get what I mean? So, like, I feel like from a woman's point of view, you guys might not feel bad about it, but you should reconsider why you take our things as if it's nothing. Because for some of us, it means something.
Yo, this
Khona
mic
omunye
is
ungithathele
huge,
something
dog.
ebhedi, that's why ngikhuluma kanje. For real. Like my birthday jersey that my mom got me while she was still in Cape Town was like
no.
very, very sentimental to me. And then this girl was throwing up because we had a party at my house, and then she took the jersey and never came back with it.
Dog.
Sorry.
Moment of silence for my jersey. Moment of silence for my jersey.
Mic, bro. And my mic, bro. I need a mic, dog. This thing is heavy, dog. Like,
you wanna hold it?
I've been holding
gonna
it, dog.
suck that mic today.
You gotta suck that mic today, bro. That's what you got to, bro. You got to for today, bro. You got to for today.
So then, so I was supposed to hold that mic?
Yeah.
And then what was the image we were trying to create with me holding that mic?
Yes.
It will look good on you.
I mean, we spoke about
Just try it. Let's see.
So
we spoke about sitting on it, like you were gonna sit on the mic.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I'm like, yeah, because you know what? Because actually I share the same sentiment. Like, where's the stand? Because I was like, am I supposed to sit on it?
Right.
Then I can't throw a young silent fart.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh wow, this keeps getting worse.
No, that's what you did say. That's what you did say.
But
You know what I mean?
but my lady, that I didn't mean.
No, she was trying to bounce that.
Just try to hold it. Let's see how it will look on you. When you're
KK was
holding
like, you gonna suck that mic, nigga. You gonna suck that mic.
Please elaborate, KK. What do you mean he must suck the mic?
Yeah.
No,
Tonight.
Yeah. Tonight. At 8 o'clock.
Why is there a time frame to when the mic needs
I
sucking?
also want to know, bruh. I also want to know. What's
Let
the
us know,
story, boy? What's the story, boy?
Let us know.
No, guys, I was just playing. He's going to hold the mic, Ned. You know, yeah.
Yo,
No,
bro.
but it's like you were saying.
But
Sorry,
but you can hold it like proudly. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hold it.
bro.
You know,
Like
don't
Mogoto
be
vibes,
shy.
Then
no.
own the
Don't be
mic.
shy.
I'm
Hold
bruh,
it like so.
Bruh.
Hold it.
I'm tired,
Like,
bruh. I
Benji,
had a
bitch.
long day, so
You know you're used to holding
no, it's
stuff.
okay, dog.
But you made it a point for us to even stop and actually worry about you having a mic, not having a mic stand. So like now it's
Because
a
it's
thing.
heavy, bro.
But like now it's a thing. So we have to worry about it and keep on
Yeah,
continuing.
he's going to get the
Yeah.
mic stand.
Hey,
guys.
I want my privileges. I'm a privileges of my co-host now. I'm a privileges.
Yeah.
Mfuni mic stand. Mfuna manje.
But also, stand your ground.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
come
be
on,
out here
bro.
saying
Like,
like,
I'm
nah,
uncomfortable with the
I mean,
mic.
Like I need to be, at my best, bro. And this thing is heavy on me. It's like, bruh, like it's gonna fuck my energy up. You guys are gonna be talking and I'll be focusing on this.
That is so nice that you did that. I think that's a great representation of what I think a lot more creatives should be doing. I think we had this conversation.
we had
earlier
this conversation
to
outside.
say, sometimes we want to
yeah.
be humbled through
Yeah. Yeah.
some very uncomfortable instances just because I have an experience or an opportunity to be in a creative space with colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were just, saying, it'd be nice if people advocated a little bit more for the stuff that they want without being deemed a diva. So we're just having a conversation around that whole diva phenomenon. Why come I'm not a diva if I'm an admin clerk and I probably am saying stuff like, well, it isn't my job to check the CEOs into a flight and send them their boarding passes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the admin person in the office, but it isn't my job to check you in and send you a boarding pass. That's not considered being a diva because, well, yeah, it doesn't fall under their jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But suddenly, the moment we're working in a creative space and I'm like, oh, this skirt makes me feel uncomfortable on set and I don't like my bum being shown
she's
in a
just being a
particular
diva.
light.
She just loves the
Yeah.
attention.
What a diva.
She just loves being in the
You know what I mean?
spotlight.
Then it silences and senses a lot of creatives where now you're seated here with a mic that you're uncomfortable with because the snatcher has just pulled up and snatched your mic. I already took the guy's mic. like I'm trying. Hey, I'm trying to give 30% human, 70% snatcher.
80% snatcher, 20% human. I love
At least
that.
I'm
I love
giving.
that.
You know what I mean?
I
So this is the human coming out of me.
I love
Yeah,
that.
so to answer that, it's crazy. I was having this conversation with my girl just last night. Dog. Isn't it crazy, Witty? Was it last night? It was, ne? We talked about, isn't it crazy that Tina, as artists, especially guys, when you're doing these gigs, guys, even like Nama clubs, because they do a lot of that, Nama clubs are like shows. They have this thing where they don't want to pay you like cash. Instead, they'll give you alcohol. Like we were talking about that. Does it make sense? Why does it make sense for artists to like accept that? It's okay, cool. Give me the bottle, I'll perform. Like, you could have just given me the money, dog. Like, you're gonna make the money when you sell that bottle, you understand? Like, that same money you were gonna make to sell that bottle, give me that money, dog. You understand? And I feel like these are the things that we need to, like, talk about as I'm a creatives. Let's, especially I'm a promoters, dog. I feel like I'm a promoters have this thing of they are the ones. They own the craft or whatever. They have this thing now these days where my promoters will tell you, you have to pay to be in my show. Like, dog, it's either I'm good enough to be in your show or I'm not.
I'm already not getting gigs. Dog. I don't have money. I'm not supposed to scrape up the money to pay you to do the work.
To do your work, dog. It's like, bro, when you have to make sure you selling tickets, Mina, I have to pull up and play my part. And then the rest, dog, that's on you as a promoter, dog. You understand? It's your job to promote the gig. It's my job to get at the gig and do my best. You understand?
You know, that takes me back to an industry term that exists from way back before our time. And I know I'm probably the most ancient here. But even before Trevor Noah. I think it's called, please, I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, sign. Payola, which is something that was a term or rather a phenomenon that is very much existing within the music industry. I'm not so sure how it works, but I do know that it falls around what you've just mentioned. I don't want to quote unquote and stuff that I don't really know, but it's just like that whole thing of, hey, but this was it used to be very significant, especially back in the times when there weren't so many mediums of broadcasting like we have now. Now we've got podcasts, people have YouTube channels, people have so many mediums where I can just put my stuff out and I don't really need record labels. So then artists would then have to go to, I think, promoters or A&Rs and then pay a certain fee for you guys to put me on or play a record that I have and so forth and so forth. So then you just look at what's happening now and you're just like, it's just a watered down version over the years of what's always been happening. And I guess now because they won't be able to get their money through the Payola system that they could before then, where you need mainstream radio to play your music for your music to be prominent. Yes, you still need it, but nowadays I can put my stuff out on YouTube,
TikTok,
you know what I mean, TikTok, Facebook, and all these other
Instagram.
Different exactly, and people would actually pick me up and be like, hey, this kid is actually great, and I want to work with this person. And so because now technology has given us this leeway where people can just connect and interact so freely and fluidly that like I don't think it works as much. So then now it exists in the sense that you're saying. Yeah. And they usually use this thing in the creative space where it's exposure. Do this because you're building your name or your brand. And to a certain extent you're like, okay, but I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it becomes unfair, especially if I'm making money from it. Yeah. And I'm expecting you to come and do it because I know you're hungry. Yeah. Or because I know that this platform would really begin to create a brand for you, and as a result, you have to take it.
Yeah, I think it's Adinjam. Just to like conclude my part. When it comes to exposure, I think it has to be a thing of you want to. Like okay, it's fine, I'll just perform without being paid, you understand? Like Usha performed for free with Super Bowl last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why he was grabbing on titties and ass the whole time? Like, is that I think there was a Super Bowl where he was like grabbing,
Yeah, because he doesn't have any MOU.
Yeah, bro, like he wasn't getting paid for that shit.
But imagine, he wasn't paid for that shit. Like, has been around since like the mid-90s, understand? For him to perform there, for exposure,
that's crazy.
It's him saying, okay, it's okay. Yeah, but it grew his brand because I think he got like 30 million streams more on Spotify alone.
Was he struggling, guy?
Not necessarily, bro.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think Usher's ever struggled,
bro. Was he trying to
bro.
tap into a different market altogether,
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to exposure, it has to be something where.
How about Usher having the exposure, guys?
Nah, bro. Like
he made money, bro. He made a lot of money from that.
You know why I'm also finding that funny, hey? Because think about it. Usher and Chris Brown and there's another guy, Justin Bieber. They always have hits throughout the years. Yeah. Like every year, there's going to be that definite Usher hit. So why would you need to have exposure for somebody that big? Because Usher not only caters for abantu abajolayo, but for women, his market is mostly women.
Yeah.
And also for people who are going through heartbreak, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So for me, it's actually kind of mind-boggling why people would actually think that he needed that exposure for them to even say, dude, we're not going to pay you. All we're going to do is just give you something for free, and people are just going to watch this, da-da-da-da-da. That's crazy for me, because he's such a big hitter.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is one of the most watched events in the world.
I agree with
so
you.
there's like 300 million people in the world.
I'm not debating the viewership behind Super Bowl. I'm just saying that I find it funny how
Yeah, I get that.
Usher himself, like Usher Mfethu is one of those artists like Samkava. You understand
yeah,
what I'm
he's
saying?
big,
Before
yeah.
Chris Brown, it was Usher.
Yeah.
Like,
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm concerned.
Bro.
I'm just as a creative myself.
Yeah, that means with exposure again,
Yeah,
Mfethu is
I
going to
think
be
it's about
something forever and ever and ever and
This is
ever.
a
Yeah, and obviously that's why you have to have teams that are gonna like evaluate everything. It's okay. So far, this is where you are. This is where you are. If you tap into this market,
yes,
like
this
there are
is what
people
it could
from,
open up
you understand?
for
There are
us.
people even in America. There are a lot of people that didn't know Usher, or maybe they had the music, but it was like,
Make me
He got
understand.
rewarded afterwards, I'm sure.
He
Even if
must
it
have
was
been
by
compensated
tapping
somewhere
into
in a way,
somehow,
new-
bro.
Even if it was tapping into a new market, that's a reward. in
that's a
So
itself.
make me understand, what market would he need to tap into for him to say, okay, I'm good with just getting exposure? What market would that be?
that's the thing, bro. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but his
Honestly,
team
I wouldn't know. His
probably
team
had a
evaluates
vision.
everything,
Like
but
Kagela nje.
maybe
youngins.
Youngins.
maybe youngins.
Yeah.
Maybe youngins. 'Cause he's
Youngins, bro.
And when
Youngins don't know Usher.
both
Gen,
Gen,
2000s
wait,
don't
Usher.
know Usher, dog.
Gen Z, which one is Gen? Which?
Gen Zs are like 2Ks and above, 2005 and above.
Yeah, because I don't know, and I could be wrong. Asha, I'm just thinking, growing up when there's certain artists that my mom would listen to, and I'm like, oh, ancient. There's this element of anciency that you tend to have a mindset whenever certain music from a certain era comes
I
up,
get you.
especially if my memory of it is of my mom.
Yeah.
I get you.
Or my
I get
older
you.
sister, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I get you.
And so my little brother, my youngest brother, was born 2004.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when we play Brandy,
Yeah.
he says stuff like, "Yo,
You
hi,
literally took the word out of my
Senkalile."
mouth. I was thinking about
Yeah,
Brandy
he'll
too.
say stuff like, but he resonates with Brandy,
Yeah,
right?
I feel
Because
you.
he's like,
I
this
feel
is
you
my
on that.
childhood when
I feel
man
you on that.
spring cleaner, we knew what's up
Yeah.
when you're pumping full moon because
Yeah.
everybody is cleaning in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so then for Brandy to then try and almost penetrate a market where she can be more relatable to my little brother, for example, maybe it's to I don't know, to come across a bit more appealing to them, because the only reference of Brandy that they have, and he was born 2004, is kuzoklinwa ngayendlini,
I
because
get
my
you.
older sisters are ancient.
I think that's why some of them
And
try to
maybe
do this
that's what
new
he was trying
wave
to
and
do.
start
Yeah,
getting onto
that's what-
these new
yeah,
beats and
yeah.
start doing
Because
like
the-
new things
Work
and
you
with
what
must
new cats
keep
as
work
well.
with these
working.
new cats as well, because they must
Yeah.
keep working as well.
Because they haven't reached 65, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
These guys
they're
can
young,
still
yeah.
work. Yeah, they're still
Yeah,
very
a
young.
lot of them
They
are
can
young.
still, and what if I still want to put music out there? And my sound has to change maybe over time, and maybe he's interested in that market, and maybe he's got a project coming up, and that project will be more appealing in terms of the sounds and the beats to the younger generation.
Yeah.
And that was the platform to reintroduce himself
Yeah.
as Asha Wabantwana, yabo?
I get you.
And then a year later they can then push this new sound that he's trying to work on.
Yeah.
So they were experimenting. We don't know.
And you touch on that because there are some songs I think he dropped around that time. Like I'm a piano beats type vibe.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's like
Bro,
2 songs.
how old is Usher? Can you
Usher.
please find out how old is Usher?
Ancient. He's older than
Yeah,
me.
Please,
though.
can you find out how
But
old that
but
nigga
think
is?
all
He's
I know
older
is
than me.
he's
Now hold up. I wanna know why this nigga's trying to appeal to young people when
That's where
he's
the
probably
money
like
is, bro.
60.
45 years.
That nigga 45 and he's trying to appeal to younger kids. Here
Bruh,
comes
that's
another
where
R.
the-
Kelly.
That's where the money
Here comes another R. Kelly.
Kelly didn't need
Usher,
public
get your
platforms.
ass back in studio, record for older people. Your ass is too old for young
No.
kids. Young kids can be
It's
showing
not even
titties to
about-
Usher.
It's not even about
No,
They
it's
don't want to
about-
show
Dog.
Usher nothing.
Bro,
He's
have you
doing
seen
it
people
the
at a
Super Bowl.
concert?
What? Like, how can you get it wrong?
Have you been at a concert, bro?
lately?
Yeah, like, have you
No.
ever been at a concert
My
in Jay?
bones wouldn't manage.
You've never seen a girl show tits at a concert.
What concert are you guys going to?
Bro.
Maxwell.
Awa, abantu are showing their Awa, guys.
God never meant to hurt you. You've never seen that? You've never seen that?
Yeah,
Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, girls faint at a Justin Bieber concert, bro. Yeah. And if
Little
Usher's
girls.
a 45-year-old man trying to appeal to young people, shame on you, Usher.
Guys,
shame on you and your old ass.
Why do I feel like nobody's showing their
You've never been to a concert. You've never been to a concert, bro. You've never been to a concert, bro.
No.
If it's not family like orientated concerts, in fact,
remember
Vezibele. Hashtag free the nipple. Vezibele.
Set the title.
Vezibele. Vezibele.
Remember there was a time, the first time who R. Kelly a performer here in SA, if it wasn't in, besides the World Cup, because he was there in the World Cup. After that, Wahamba a performer in Orlando Stadium, dog. Women only, G.
Really?
Who's this? R. Kelly.
Before 40,000 women.
We're going to use him as...
before we found out like he did some...
Oh, come on, guys.
40,000 women.
Imagine, bro.
Fully packed.
The rumors have been there for a minute.
Bro. Just women, bro. Like,
and funny enough that you touch on that.
I wonder why.
Because he's an OG, dog.
No, but like, let's be honest. Apart from the things he did, his music resonated with a lot of people, right?
Yeah, he believed he could fly.
So Miyagi saying that he brought 40,000 women to stage, I agree with that fact. Also, I commend him on that because it's very hard to get such a large amount of people to your concert, especially as somebody as prestigious as R. Kelly, because we knew that he peed on certain people, but we didn't know the other stuff that he was doing. Are you getting what?
On that one girl.
Yeah, but we knew about it.
Yeah, like
but still, 40,000 women were still willing to go there and say, "I'll fucking show up for that guy who pees on people." But also, guys,
there are
people
who don't mind.
Pee on me.
I was about to say some people don't mind being peed on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Would you mind being peed on?
Yeah. But also,
what would you mind?
So, also,
what would you mind?
Wait.
I want to know your pet peeves.
On that pee one.
Yeah.
Apparently, pee is quite good for your skin.
Nah, bro.
Is it not pee?
Bro.
If the guy
fair check that shit.
Guys, please
give her a mic.
Is pee not good for your...
No, it's sperm. It's
sperm.
It's not. It's sperm. It's sperm.
How pee, guys?
It's not pee, bro. It's sperm.
Pee is good for something, gay.
No, hear out, mamas.
Guys, now I know sperm is good for your skin.
Can you please just check?
Thank you.
Is pee good for your skin? Can we just...
Pee is only good for you when a jellyfish stings you. So after a jellyfish stings you, that's when you have to have somebody pee on you.
I know there's a list.
No, for real, it's a fact.
Of pee pros and cons. Pros and cons.
What are the
pee pros? Pee is
Consent
good for
is
you.
one.
So I got something from verywellhealth.com. It says a urine rub is a method of using urine to exfoliate your face. So
no fucking shit.
I knew
it's part of like a recipe. So it's like an
ingredient. It's part of a recipe. When you said it's good for you, people are gonna go back. No, people are gonna start going home and peeing on each other.
But in the context of
no, that's what people are gonna start doing. You know, people. Funny enough that we speak about this on a live podcast, the reason why people glorify podcasts and live shows is because they think that everything that we say is truthful. That's why we have a warning sign before every program. PG-13, PG-16 is to tell you, isn't this sure? It's not entirely true. Because no, man, Nkazimulo ute pee is gonna be good for my skin. What if I've got bad acne?
I'm not a registered dermatologist. Also.
No, but I understand. So
I think we need.
You never know, bro. You never know. So what are the other pee pros? What are the other pee pros apart from consent? And
consent.
Yeah, you need to, bro. You can't just be like...
the pros of someone else peeing on you. Oh, no. I mean pee in general. Someone else peeing on you. Guys, I am not going to judge what you guys want to get up to. Okay? You like it?
Go for it.
Do it.
Go for it.
You
want to say something? Bro, if for me...
But the pee part, really, if that's your niche, please, by all means necessary. Gallons and gallons are for you, mommy.
I've met somebody who actually said he did that to a girl and she liked it. I'm not going to put out names, but like he was a close friend and we're not anymore, sadly. Yeah, he was, but like
Did you cut them off?
Yeah, I told you, I'm always the man with the
so
scissors.
when you walked in, we're talking about he's the guy with the scissors. He cuts people off.
He wanted to cut me off.
I was literally going to, hey, no fucking lie. Yo, I was ready. I was ready. I was
and then
ready.
he said he usually has the scissors and you walked in just in time.
Bro,
just in time.
Bro,
yeah.
and funny enough that you say that, hey, I wanted to ask you guys this question because I was thinking about it on my way here. What stage are you guys in? What chapter are you in within your life right now? Because I'm at a chapter where I'm at an I chapter. You don't show up for me, alright. You ask me for something, I'll think about it, but alright. You say something bad about me, alright. You do that and this, alright. I'm at that chapter of my life. And if you don't pull up for me, I put it to that alright factor where it's like, alright, I'm cutting you off. Because I don't need to do this all the time where I need to always put my feelings into something and always put my feelings into somebody who doesn't reciprocate that. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So for me, I realized as I was coming here, I'm in an alright phase because always to called and she just gave me a BS excuse and I was like, alright. And I wasn't really trying to think about it too much. You get what I mean? Because as soon as I realized that I've been that person who always puts his feelings out there and always gets hurt because I think of the next person like that. Like I already see you and me as BFFs forever. Marriage type shit. We've got matching shirts. Miyagi and Sabelo. We out here fucking hands swinging and everything. So when you don't pull up for me, it then hurts me. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because I put pressure on you. Not put pressure on you, but I put emphasis on the relationship I had on you. And expectation as well. You get me? So if I then don't get that, I then become that person who says, "Hey, I'm cut off or not." But I'm tired of being emotional about cutting people off. Now it's just a thing of, alright, if that's how it is, that's how it is. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that's the chapter I'm in. No. I'm just
late last time.
No, I'm just saying.
He was late last
wait.
time.
I wasn't late for the show. I was late for something else entirely different. You were late. You were late for the show. I'm talking about
late for the shoot.
No, wait. We'll speak about this outside. No need to take our marriage problems out here. They don't need to know our dirty laundry. They know, me and you know what's going on at home. They don't need to know that shit. Okay? I'm just saying that I'm at that phase in my life where I'm just like, all right. You get what I mean? It has nothing to do with you, like personally. But I'm just saying that I love how you said he was ready to cut me off. That shows that you're getting to know me as well. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because of already you knew, Gutini, if I'm veil, Usabza is going to have a bitch fit. Oh my God, I'm having a BS. You know that movie?
But
you know that movie? You know that White Chicks? You know what I mean? I was going to have a BF for real, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that, bro. And I feel like I understand, bro. I told you last time, I hate being late, bro.
I feel you.
I hate being late. It happens very good I become late, but I actually hate being late, bro.
I feel you.
You have to respect time. I think if you can respect someone's time, you can respect everything else that comes after that.
Yeah.
Understand? But minifeze nguye no. I mean, is it wrong or right phase?
Okay. Elaborate, please.
Feelings aside, what I want to do, is it wrong or right?
I feel you.
Doesn't matter how I feel, is it wrong or right?
I feel you.
I think
so you're questioning yourself with every decision, with every step, with every corner.
Like I want to know, is it wrong or right? Is it wrong now, right later? Or is it right now, wrong later?
You
understand?
I
is
feel
this
that.
From a moral perspective, or because I know what's sometimes morally correct can legally be incorrect, but what's legally correct can also be
morally incorrect.
Exactly.
Is it a spiritual thing for me? That's another thing I was gonna touch on. That
it's a spiritual thing. It's a psychological thing. Because I believe once you follow your heart too much, it's easy to get
fucked.
Yeah. It's easy to get fucked.
With no lube.
And I just think, I'm at that phase where I really just want things to be right. Yeah, there are times where I can't get things right. It's okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Wrong, okay, it's wrong. How does it affect me? How does it affect the closest person to me? How does it affect Abanye Bantu, understand?
Yeah.
That's always like the thing that's on my mind. Then things will end my mind. My emotions are gone. I'm not gonna say they're gone, you understand? It's not gonna be easy for me to just say, I don't wanna feel. And then go like I'm at a point where I don't wanna feel, bro. Like feel like it's a thing, but there are things okay, I wanna feel this, I wanna feel that. But most of all, is it right or is it wrong?
Is there something that maybe you don't have to share, if you're comfortable, but are there instances that you can remember, or just one in particular where you remember going, after this, actually,
that's a very good question. That's a very good question.
That's growing up.
That's a very good
me,
question.
It's not a specific moment or a specific task or a specific something I've done before. It's like, bruh, you're here now. You've grown. You've done this. You've done that. It's okay.
Okay.
Forgive yourself. Ezinye izinto ezenzakalile, they had to happen for you to be where you are. You understand? But now you're at a point where a lot of things ezingayenzeka manje can affect the rest of your life. You understand? So I have to look at things that way. At least that's how I feel. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I think at the same time. Because it's like, if I do something that is wrong just because it makes me feel right, chances are it makes me feel right at that moment. And then later on I realize
it makes you feel horrible.
You understand?
Makes you feel horrible.
Fuck. Yo, Lenting Inzile was so wrong, you understand?
Yeah,
that's the phase I'm at. We can hear from you.
Sure. Sounds like you're at like
I
you
relate
guys are
to that.
in like awareness phases.
Yeah.
You know, for you to be like, all right, it means I'm aware.
Definitely.
You know, I'm self-aware.
Yeah.
And also, I think what you're saying, is it right or is it wrong? Is it right now? Is it wrong later? Is it wrong now? Is it right later? It goes back to that whole thing of just being self-aware of your surroundings and yourself in relation to the surroundings.
Yeah.
You guys are deep.
We have to be deep, man. Most black people don't think like this. That's why we created a show whereby we can express these emotions and thoughts so that the younger generation can tap into this energy so that we can all have a better outcome from it in the future.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if we had egotistical men who had like a hard exterior, then we wouldn't get anything positive from the show. But for the fact that me and Miyagi can see eye to eye on our emotional side as much as we can also see eye to eye on like the male side of being like Indoda Kali type shit. But we see eye to eye on these things, and it's very important for us to also express them. In order for me to actually make somebody my friend, I have to put it in my mind that I can trust this person. I can be vulnerable to this person. And if I can't do that here on the podcast on such a big platform, what's the point of doing it at all? Like, no man nabanya abantu ngaphandle, I understand what's insane. But I'm just going to be closed off and just always on some, nah, man, I don't feel like talking about my feelings, you know what I mean?
For sure, because friendships or all types of engagements or relationships really do require mutual effort and work.
Yes.
Oftentimes we want to do that with umjolo or romantic relationships, but friendships too. Siblings. You know, you have to put in the work into that relationship for it to be healthy. And it happens with this bromance that I'm seeing, which guys...
Oh my gosh, don't make me blush. I didn't wear any concealer today.
You should have put that concealer.
You know what I'm saying? She's making me blush, bro. Like, damn girl.
For real though, but that's so healthy though. It's just so healthy to have differences, to disagree and say real time, I don't like that. This was leading me to this, that, and the third. And then it being me, even if I don't share the same sentiment or agree, I can even go as far as I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't understand you right now. Yeah. But I've received, and then give me time to do. I think what you're saying is more reflect. Is it right now? Is it wrong later? Is it wrong? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then allow me to reflect and then get back to you on that one. Because those are healthy engagements, which means you're allowing me to be myself, to be wrong, where you're saying, I didn't like that, without me saying, I'm going to cut you off just because you were wrong. Yeah.
Exactly.
But instead, I told you what I didn't like, and then you're giving me the moment or the platform to say, I don't see your point. Yeah. But give me because sometimes when you sleep on things, you wake up and you're like, word. Yeah. Snatching that dude, Mike was wrong.
Drake has a line about that. It's called the 72-hour rule. Give yourself 72 hours before making any big decision in life. So you can process it, settle, and actually wake up with a fresh mentality. That's what I also do now. Yeah. Exactly. I adopted that mentality from a while back now.
Exactly. Because sometimes you get so drunk in the idea of being right. Yeah. And you don't entertain just 10% of a thought of an idea of being wrong. Yeah. And the moment you do that, then you begin to see that the world around you is wrong and you're right. Yeah. And that is giving narcissistical view of the world. Facts. Whereas even in a situation where I know for a fact I'm right, it's quite interesting, and it takes a big chunk of myself to stop and say, what if I was wrong in this instance? What would that look like? Because the whole picture begins to change, and you begin to say, that's what the other person was saying. And even if they're still wrong, but I get where you're coming from, and then you guys are able to meet halfway to say, okay, sure, guys, and in no way was I trying to say that or mean that or disrespect you. And I think I get where you're coming with that, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because then I'm sorry can come from a moment of I actually took a chance to be wrong in this context. And the moment I looked at it from your lens, I see why you feel the way that you do.
Yeah.
And then you find that you can actually move on.
Yeah.
You guys are so whoa.
And you know, a lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean?
No,
because
reflection,
we usually argue, and it's just a thing of Nkazimulo maga wrong. Fuck her. I'll never see her again in my life. When I should be saying to myself, Nkazimulo maga wrong by making me feel the way I felt. But how was I also replying to her? Exactly. Was I also saying mean comments? Was I also in a state of mind that was just like, "Hi, no, that's how I am in confrontation." You understand? But in moments where you can just listen and hear the next person out and be like, okay, you finished your 2 cents. Let me put in my 2 cents. Yeah. Are we having a conversation? Are we having an argument? Are we having a battle? Or are we having a who's got the bigger balls between me and you moment? Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah. Or are we genuinely having a conversation where it's like, what happened? Exactly. This, that. Okay, cool. From my perspective, I feel like, from your perspective, you feel like.
And then at the end, we could decide that this isn't working.
No, that's cool.
Friends.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I think you've evolved into something I don't like.
And I'm okay with that. Nor have I.
And so that next time my Pick and Pay or I see you flourishing on the Instagram street, yes, I double tap and I go, yes.
I funny enough did that with one of the guys, bro.
Most. No, funny enough, you are at a eyed phase. You're at your is it wrong, is it right phase, and I was at my whole phase. And you know what I mean? Not so wholesome now, is it?
I get you.
And in that moment, am I wrong? No,
no, you're not wrong. Yeah. Wait, is that the phase you had for real?
No.
Like you had me. Yo, bro, I'm also still waiting for it, bro. I'm like, okay, wait.
No. What is the working definition for hoe in this context?
No, like you had me for real. I was like, oh, so that's the phase you're at. Oh, okay, finally, I caught up.
Is it ho, ho, ho?
Merry Christmas. Here's this pussy as a gift.
Where are you with them?
Yeah, where are you? I'd like to know that.
So honestly, I'm at my, and it's so weird because I was having a conversation with my friend the other day. Yeah. To say it was Sunday. I'm like, I'm finding myself saying a lot of angfuni. I'm saying angfuni a lot.
Okay.
You know, which is really great. So I am not in my 20s anymore. So, but what I discovered is in my 20s, I did a lot of angfuni kodwa. Yeah. And I did a lot of angfuni, but I don't want to come off as. There was a lot of
compromise.
But how's Khuzwayo going to take it? You know, how's Miyagi going to take it up? Compromise is not really food na corner, and I don't want to say people pleasing because my personality, I don't really care what you think about me. Yeah. I generally don't. Yeah. As a person, well, to a certain extent, everybody cares, but for the most part, I'm one of those few people that lean towards a lot of angnenda.
Yeah, for real.
But with that, still, there'd be a lot of so much trying to cater for people around me and hoping. I always was do unto others as you'd have done to you. So I'd always overcompensate because I'm trying for the next person to know that my intentions are clear and my intentions are good. And I'd always look at people and be like, if it were me, how would I want to be treated? And then I'd just be treating people very soft and going above and beyond. And it's something I didn't mind doing. But now I'm just finding myself with, I would really love to do this, but I'm full. Yeah. So I'm very, very, I like, it's so distinct. I know what I want and I know what I don't want. Yeah. And it would appear I'm very, very, very adamant with what I don't want. Certain things like, oh, friend, let's do lunch tomorrow. And I'm like, that'd be so great. God, I'm phone. You know what I mean? And like, this is what I'm phone. Like, angzazi indaba angafuni not angifuni. Bengikhalela nje ukuthi this Saturday ngiyibone ngihleli ngenzi lutho so 4.
And it's okay for you to feel like that. And it's okay for you to feel like that. I think that's one thing we don't realize. Like, it's okay for me to feel like angifuni ukuhlala nabantu, angifuni ukuinteract nobanban, angifuni ukuthola indaba. Yeah, but today angisafuni, and that's okay, bro.
I think I'm okay with the fact that I'm, as an individual, very fluid and I'm allowing myself to be. Yeah. You know, do I want to do this right now? And if it's no, it's no. And I don't have to give you a reason.
No explanation.
How in that? Because man, go 4, I won't be around. And I thought it'd be nice if we did like mimosas and brunch. Ang foon.
Baba.
And angazi why ngafuni yet, but angifuni nje.
Baba, why does it matter why isizathu zami yini?
Indaba uyakhula.
Hey, don't worry about me,
and you
bro.
know what, you're right, it would be so nice.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, as long as I feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about anything else apart from how I feel. And if I feel like I'm justified for making this decision, then I'm good.
Yeah.
And respect that decision as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't make me feel like, man, I made a bad decision or I did this and that. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that you are in your angfuni phase and you're okay with that. And you're also like, totally okay with missing out on a few things that you don't feel the need to actually be in anymore.
And I'm losing a lot of people, which is amazing also.
Which is good.
I wouldn't say losing people is good.
You know great, why though? Because imagine how long was I going to keep
I'm like
these
a softie on that, bro.
Oh,
no.
Clearly ni around go bang phone.
I get you.
You know what I mean? Clearly you were never here in the first place. It's just being phone.
I get
go bang sa phone, now sa phone.
Yeah.
That's
I get that. By the way, let's hear everyone in the comment section which phase of their lives they're in.
Which chapter are you in?
I'd love to know which chapter you guys are in right now.
Because it's very important for us to know these chapters in order for us to understand the life that we're living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As we grow throughout the years, we have different phases of life where we start small, but then we start getting into this big realization bubble where it's like, oh shit, I'm no more a child that needs to be taken care of by umama no baba. Now I need to actually find who I am on this life path. Yeah. And without me doing that on my own and actually reflecting on the decisions and the chapters that I've went through, then you'll never know which way is forward. Yeah. You'll always think that you're going 2 steps back when actually you're making progress. Yeah. You are actually taking a step forward, but you don't know where you are. Thus, you're still confused and you're like, no, man, but like, I feel like I'm accommodating people whereby you don't need to accommodate people. Yeah. And you're like, no, man, but I feel like I'm only here just because of my friend. But then Umganoko's not taking that into consideration with you. Mm-hmm. So you always need to be reflecting and you always need to be thinking about where am I now in order for you to see the journey forward, in order for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because if you don't take marks down, not marks, but notes down, and actually reflect on who you are and why you're here, you'll never actually be the person you want to be in the mirror.
No.
You feel my chat?
You should be at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And also acknowledging that whoever I should be and whoever I am now, I'm allowed to change my mind. Yeah. I don't know why the expectation in life is that, Nkazimulo is such a sweet somebody who will always have your back no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I might not want to be that person tonight. And I'm allowed to shape shift for real. I'm allowed. Yeah. I'm allowed to decide. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes what's serving me and what's best for me might not work for you. And that's just, I think, another thing where when you move in this life thing and this having friends thing, you have no choice but to have to acknowledge it. Yazini, I'm probably not in their best interest right now. And it's those self-isolation periods that then I think we find very hard to navigate around as human beings, because also I don't want to completely, for me, the cutoff element, I don't like it. Yeah. I'm like, everybody that I have in my life, I take as seriously as I would a romantic relationship. So if we're going to end it, we are going to break up.
I get you.
You know what I mean? You're going to know why, provided tomorrow I have a milestone and you're not invited, why you're not invited. Yeah. And because if I hold you dear to my heart like that, I feel like I owe it to you and myself to say, we're not there anymore, and it's not in a bad way. My best friend from high school, who is still my best friend today. Yeah. But we talk probably 3 times a year on a good year. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's somebody that we grew apart, but she's got friends that she hangs out with all the time. Look at her Instagram. I'm probably popping up once in a story.
Once in every 12 years. In every
4 years. On your birthday, it's not gonna, but maybe not. You know what I mean?
Not, yeah.
But every time we sit and have lunch, it feels like grade 9 all over again. Yeah. And it's just like, because when we had a mutual breakup, I don't know if that makes sense. We had an understanding where she said, friend, this is where my life is headed. This is where I am. And I said, yo, hectic, Ntas.
Yeah.
You are very hectic with it.
Yeah.
But if this is what you want to do, kudos.
Yeah.
And I guess my life is just at a different place.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it. And I was so grateful that she did that.
Yeah.
Because I was okay after that when I saw her shifting and, having a circle, a small circle. Because I'm in her circle, but I'm not part of her intimate circle.
I get you.
So we'll, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's so weird how it is. It's Tembu vibes.
Bro, I don't mind the fact that you have a problem with cutting people off and you'd rather do it the right way.
I'd rather
we speak about it. I don't mind the fact that you do that, but for me, it's more of a thing of like, I will leave you with words that you made me feel. Like, for example,
so
like...
you will drop mic.
Yes, I will drop mic. You understand? I'll drop mic. You get what I'm saying? And that's... For real, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Like, bro...
Okay, I can say dropping a mic because I like snatching.
No, like, for me, it's a thing whereby I have to let you know how you made me feel. You get what I mean? Sure. I have to leave you with my last 2 cents. And it's like, bro... You hurt me so much and I placed value upon your head.
Sure.
I placed value and I thought of you like this. But clearly that's not the journey you're supposed to go on. And that's okay. But for me, I would appreciate it if you are no longer in my life. And I'm doing it for myself. I don't also have to keep on saying this person is my friend. Because that's how I talk. Yo, bro, I was actually at this party with my... Can't say he's my friend anymore. With this guy, my associate. I say acquaintance, actually. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't keep on letting that energy go out to you. Because energy is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? And I can't keep feeding you myself because I feel like I'm great when it comes to friendships whereby I can maintain it. I know how to also put myself in there in terms of hours, in terms of commitment, in terms of also buying you gifts and whatnot. So if you're going to hurt me and you're just going to keep on hurting me again and again, why should I even have to say like, yo, bro, you're hurting me? You should know this because these are the conversations I have with people all the time.
Buying gifts for friends.
Yeah, bro. Yo, man. Young Jesus. No. Oh, my God. No gifts for these motherfuckers, bro. No gifts for y'all. No gifts for y'all, bro.
No, but that's so
Are you getting what I'm trying to say, though? So for me, before I cut you off, I can even show you a message. I'm not talking shit when I say this, but I'll let you know what you made me feel like this. I don't respect it, and I would appreciate it if you just stop it here so that I can keep growing my way, you can keep growing your way, and I don't want to hate you. That's another thing. I've dealt with hate so many years that I felt heavy, I felt dark, you know what I mean? But I just want to let you go peacefully. Have your way, I'll have my way. So you were meant to meet for a reason, and clearly you teach me a lesson. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it with the smiles.
But another thing, not just the ending of the relationships. I think we don't talk too much about how we start our relationships, guys. And that is really important. Nigga. If you're gonna have a relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Let's make it clear. It's, yo, dog,
my gosh.
You remember how we met?
Yeah, I was actually telling Nkazimulo about it.
Speed networking, and then we spoke. Like the way we spoke, it was officially in a way like starting the friendship with yo, dog. This is what's happening. Crazy thing, this nigga thought we knew each other since way dog.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Imagine, we were shooting episode 2. And after that, it was like, yeah, we were.
I think so.
And then it was like, yo, so you know this nigga? How long have you know this thing? I'm like, dude, I know this thing like from a month ago.
I think it's because I'm a great conversationalist too.
And I'm a great listener.
No, bro. I was just being ego. Don't worry. But I understand where you're coming from. I do understand where you're coming from. Whereby like me and you could just gel like that.
Yeah.
And for me, what actually attracted me to your personality was how calm your demeanor was.
Yeah.
When I first saw you, you weren't a gent that was like,
yeah.
I was that energy, and you were like, yo. But Fede, how are you, bro? You know what I mean? Word. And I appreciated how I could just bounce off of you like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We had a very beautiful conversation, and that's why other people could just be like, yo, man, you guys have known each other for years. That's only because of how you respond to me and how I respond to you as well. You know what I mean? So that speaks a lot about us.
In your past lives?
Maybe we did.
Maybe, bro. No, like for real. Maybe we did.
Because there are those people that you just gel with, and you just like
right, you understand?
Have I met you before?
How many people were there that day? Like 30 to 40, right?
I think so.
Around that number. But like of all the people that I had like conversations with, to be honest with you, Sosa is that guy that came to me with like, yo, dog, this is what I think of you. You understand?
Nice.
I like the energy you give off. And you understand? And I was like, yeah, I like your energy too. Because we had this conversation like during the speed networking. After that, we had the conversation where it was like, yo, dog, I have an idea. That's what he told me. He's like, yo, dog, I have an idea for a podcast. And I think your energy, your thinking, your intellect is going to work for the podcast.
Sure.
Nice. And it was like, I like that. But it wasn't just a matter of the podcast. But more than that, I feel like it was, like I said, it was in a way officially like starting our relationship, you understand?
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's important.
I think it's very important because it also it ties back with this whole thing of meet. So also on Sunday, I was having a conversation with a friend to say, I don't particularly agree with people who say, yo, yabona lo yakele, angimuzwa.
Yeah.
I just feel like that gives it it's such a bad energy to say uzbanibani angimuzwa. I don't think I you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the moment whenever you feel like maybe look internally and find out what about that person triggers something negative in me. Because sometimes it could be that we're just more alike than anything. And then
I think that's
once
the case
you can
mostly.
move past that, you're able to go and say,
actually, I was tripping, bro. I was tripping.
Such an amazing, like from what I'm, like, you know, and it almost promotes this thing of being able to go to somebody and just tell them, yo, I think you've got such a brilliant mind. I heard you comment, I think you have a brilliant mind. And then a lot of great relationships and partnerships are formed from just one little tiny compliment as opposed to, and then now you're blocking yourself from certain things because maybe Ukelwes Mongo had something to offer that was a missing puzzle to whatever it is that you're working on. But because you go around having energies with people who's angmuzwa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But kunabantu menumuza umuntu ethi yo angimthandi uSlee. And you're like, how inda? Angimuzwa.
And it's like, what the fuck? What was the whole point of you just saying you don't like that person? Yeah,
you know, and I mean, it's also just a story for another day because we can unpack why that happens because energies don't lie also. But just, manje, if you're a person who's constantly having about 9 out of 10 people are obese. Maybe
there's something about you too.
Let's go back to some self-interest.
And on that lovely note, ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonga for actually staying tuned to the show and actually giving us your time, your energy. Hopefully our last 2 cents was very valuable to you. Please do not forget that we are proudly brought to you by Amped Studios. Shout out Amped. I'm going to have a little gift that only says shout out Amped. Shout out Amped. And guys, we're also brought to you by MTN. So shout out MTN. Please, tenga i4 rand airtime. Tenga 5 rand in tanga because upechel media so 5 rand what was young so and become a Caller Tune subscriber. All you have to do to be a Caller Tune subscriber is dial *123*10*42#. Please, guys, a Caller Tunes is literally 4 rand nye vigi, if I'm not mistaken. Not nye vigi, per month, guys. It's 1 rand per week. Bafit. It is. Kanti malini? Yo, MTN yung shaya, MTN. Isn't it not 1 rand? Is it not 1 rand per week?
Nah, it's 4 rands per week.
Really?
Niggas know. Yo.
Thank you. 1 rand per week.
4 rand a month.
Shout out to the 1 rand gang.
You are thinking budget 4 rand.
Shout out to the 1 rand gang.
It's 1 rand a week. So
shout out to us. We've got 1 rand. But guys, for my co-hosts and I, thank you for always being here for us. Same time, same place next week, guys. And before we go, this is your moment of Zen. Oscar like on tour.
No,
just go. Yeah.
So I wanna say ne.
Sure.
How do fitla mo Joburg?
Sure.
Re tla se itse lonjo. Majita ba tlo acta hore bona ke manyoa. Nigga, you gotta be a dick sucker. Majozi, to get your thing. Waka. Ke ma tlo montshang go studio sale. O ka ntsha maphodisa go studio sale. O ka se ike. You gotta be a dick sucker, my man. You gotta be a dick sucker until maphodisa dies. Then you take this chair. Cause utsoko wena Joe, utsoko wena and only 2,000. Only 2,000. O tla mo Joe's ka nqonda hore wena you gonna make it. Casper go jutile. Casper go jutile. You know why? Ke re Casper go jutile batho. Casper ha juta batho ba jutile. Casper
could make it like Casper.
Yeah, listen. Casper life ha re tswa go modimong. It's a mo goreng o ipogile yang o ipeile yang go modimong. I get to a Talavanya that day. Majita ever, okay, Casper Galinor, fuck school. Casper. Oh, Tahumaro, Tamalakala. Otarwala Sapatala, Dejo. Yo! Casper, and I got Marata, that man. Go with something. I'm the first nigga who came here because of I was inspired by Casper. But Mike Fitamo Joyce, Majita Mojis puts in to buy and we want Panchas or Casper Najiva Bram. I see an thing when I'm still young. Never enough. Rami, the Riflopolo. Akijima. Ajima. That nigga inspired us. I understand. I love you, Casper. I love you, Casper.
Shout out to Casper.
Yeah, shout out to Casper. So, you know what they said to me? They said, boy, you're not Casper.
Who said that?
I can say the name, it's fine.
Yeah, but
like I don't know. He's one of the guys in Bram.
Oh,
that
okay,
nigga was so yeah, that nigga was so fucking brainful. You know what he said to me? He said, you're not Casper, boy. But Casper inspired you. And I'm glad of that. But do your thing. Push music. But when all Casper have fun, if you get a chance of going back to school, do it.
So why did he feel the need to like bring you down from your dream? Because your dream was to make it though.
Because you know what?
I don't like people like that. That's why I'm asking. Like why do you feel the need to bring me down in order to make yourself better? Or credit.
You know why? Okay, I can talk about that. I can talk on that.
Yeah.
Casper came in Joburg. We were not there when Casper came here. We were not there. He went to Double HP was there. May his soul rest in peace. Double HP was there. You understand?
Yeah.
And he saw Casper as the upcoming after him. Do you get the point? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You understand? So Casper worked hard, my guy. So he inspired us. So Tina Masiza. Yeah, approach. We don't have to come as Casper. But we have to come as him inspiring us. But the approach should be different.
So was your approach different?
To tell the truth, yes, it was. Because you know how was my approach?
Sure.
I got a first song. I featured MT.
Nice.
I won't lie.
Nice.
And I got 21K views. I won't lie. And it played on Channel O twice.
That's clean though.
I can show it.
Nah, fair. I'm down to see it, man.
Yeah, it's fine. So what I wanna say, KMT, can you interview me on your podcast?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, let's do that.